Okay, so we finally have the information for the events and equip and also like characters that are going to be dropping this week on Legends. So we're going to go ahead and discuss it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know what to do if you're new to the channel. Hit that subscribe, stick around for some more content. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit the thumbs up as well. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys' theories are about these characters, how they're going to be built before we even get to that point of the video. And no cheating and editing your comments. So I want to say, starting off really quick with the events, Snake Way is coming back, right? That's pretty good. Snake Way is a good event for multi-Zs and stuff like that. But they are finally bringing back the... Dude, this event ran one time. When was that? Like, it feels like it's been like a year and a half. It's been a really long time. It ran one time. Never came back. So people have always asked, like, oh, like, are you going to do a video for, like, this or that and this and that? If they don't bring events back for characters where I can slow boost them when they freaking raise the level cap, right? I haven't been able to do stuff. So I'm actually really excited about this. Yamcha's a really fun unit. He's actually really cool. So in terms of this, it looks like the event's going to get revamped. Don't quote me on that, but it looks like it because of the fact that it looks like it's maybe getting reset and stuff like that because the battles are now starting from tonight. It looks like it got revamped. And they're also adding these characters for Z power drops. So it does seem like we're going to be 14-starring or red 7ing Yamcha throughout this event. So that's pretty good too. I never thought that there was much of a reason to kind of, you know, limit these characters. They might as well just let us do all of them to 14-star or red 7, whatever you want to call it. Can we please get young Nampa back though? That'd be really good. He's actually pretty solid post like 6-star, but it never was available outside of what, like we got one season of Ultimate Battle or whatever it's called. It's been a long time. I forgot what it's called. So there's that. Snake Way is coming back. It's taking forever to load. I can't really talk about it, but there's that. This is coming back. No other content this week, unless there's a new story stage, which I doubt, right? There's no other content coming up this week, unfortunately, other than PvP, right? But that's basically it. So not a lot. Here is a new equip. Slot 1 is Blast Defense. Slot 2 is Critical and Strike Attack. And Slot 3 is non-existent. What? What? Is it broken or does the equip only have 2 slots? Okay, well, I guess everybody's on the site. It's not loading, so I'm just going to go over the characters. Yo, it literally only shows 2 slots. Okay, I'm just going to move on from this. I think this is the PvP equip, but I don't know what's happening with this. Yeah, it only has 2 slots. What the heck? Anyways, let's move on from that. So we're going to start off with Hit. Hit is a defense type. I expect him to be built for red, red, green, but we'll see what happens. And I'll talk a little bit more about my opinions on these characters when we get to them, right? And how I'm thinking they're going to be built. So defense type. By the way, when it comes down to it, just for the record, the Goku and Vegeta have, what is this? Top 12 power levels in the game overall, right? Respectively, Vegeta's is a little higher than Goku's. Other than that, though, I want to take a look at the EX. It's just to show where Hit is. Hit is same type of deal, right? These are the top EXs power level-wise. Okay. Yamcha, I see you. All right, so let's get back to Hit. So, main ability, restores own health by 25%. By the way, he's defense type, which is literally what I expected. I expected him to try to be red-green and also fit on that team as like their tank unit. So let's see if that's actually what he is. Restores own health by 25%. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 100% to key recovery for 10 counts. Also, cancels the enemy's attribute upgrades. Dude, like, they keep putting this on a lot of units in multiple ways, like on the green card with Vegeta Blue, for example. Like, whatever. It's a really good mechanic. But, like, it's not kind of old units like LF Gohan, for example. There's just too many units nowadays that can do this. I'm not complaining that Hit hasn't. I'm just saying, like, old units, especially last man stand units, they can't compete with that. That's too powerful, right? But a lot of units are just starting to get it. So here we go. We have Natural Born Warrior, and yes, he is going to help you with Z power drops for Yamcha's event. So if you get all the new characters, you guessed it, the drops are going to be pretty easy, right? Well, they're going to be pretty good. So the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Seals one enemy's card slot randomly. That is good for defense types. The sealed card slot cannot be used for 10 counts. Activates 3 times. Plus 25% to damage inflicted and reduces damage received by 20% for 10 counts. Also, whenever he cover changes, he reduces the damage received by 40%, but he gets a plus 3 sub count. This is normal stuff. Honestly, I was kind of surprised Trunks didn't get this with the Zenkai. Anyways, applies the following effects to self when battle starts per Red or Universe 6 battle member in the party other than this character. Ooh, is it going to be Red and U6 split? I don't mind that either. So, plus 20% of damage and plus 20% of key recovery. He's built very similarly, actually, to Pycon, which is pretty funny. It's actually kind of funny. You could tell they were made kind of in the same batch, right? That's okay. let's go ahead and take a look down here. Blue card randomly destroys 2 of the enemy's cards on hits. Green card reduces enemy's ki, which is really, really good disruption. Inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade -1 card draw speed level for 20 counts. That's not bad. Okay, so yeah, double defense for red. Oh, U6 gets double defense at 3-star. Ooh, that's really good. And yes, he is meant to be ran on red-green, like I said. It's really good they actually gave him freaking U6. But like, why couldn't hit be this way? Why did hit have to be yellow-blue? He couldn't be yellow-blue and U6, for example? Like, I mean, I know they don't do very many triple tag units, but dang, bro. He should have had U6 or something. The older hit, right? Okay, well, let's just be honest. If you're going to be a red unit, you have to be able to cut damage in this current meta because Vegeta Blue is so offensively powerful. He actually has 60% total cut and card slot seal, which is actually a lot. That's a lot, right? But it's not enough to survive the onslaught of Vegito, especially if he uses a green card. That's the main problem with these cover change units like him and Trunks. They're just going to get their buffs, their cut removed, right? But he does have some good staying power with the health restoration, the downgrade of key recovery, also card draw speed downgrade, and also another key recovery down as well. Also, another, not key recovery, but just key down. Also, destroying enemies' cards. Like, he's got some stuff. He'll also do some solid damage alongside red or U6, right? Actually, you know what? I will say he's kind of weirdly built because if he's on actually red, green, unless your green is Kefla, he actually doesn't get all of this, right? Or unless your other red is like a U6 character like Kale, for example, right? He's kind of interestingly built, right? Because Pycon wants to be alongside another World Warrior to get that actual like regen effect. I mean, you don't need it, but he wants to, right? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's get to Vegeta. So I was really, really hoping that these dudes don't end up buffing Future and God Ki. I know that's probably what's going to sell the most, and I think it's most likely, but I'm really hoping they buff like Vegeta Family or like Vegeta Family in Color or like Vegeta Family Saiyan, for example. Same goes for Goku for his variants, right? So Vegeta is actually a ranged type character. Don't underestimate mortals, and especially not a Saiyan. Draw a blue card next. Restores ki by 50 and plus 30% of blast damage inflicted by allies or your buddy. Okay, so some co-op love here. So, or your buddy for 30 counts. Also shortens allies sub count by 5. This is actually a broken ability. That is a really good ability. Anytime in the game where you can get access to a shortened sub count, you want to get that. That is a really, really good mechanic, right? It's almost an insta switch, right? He gets enough ki and draws a blue card too. That's a lot of utility in one thing here, while also buffing allies. Like, this is a really good main ability. All right, I can't say that enough. Okay, first unique here. Plus 20% of damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts every time he uses a Strike or Blast Arts card. Dude, Vegeta Family has so much passive buffing like this. When you look at the LF Vegeta, you look at the Rage Trunks, you even look at like the Zenkai Blue Trunks, and then I guess you can extend that to, it's not the same, but you can extend it to Zenkai Red Trunks, who has the switch buffs and stuff like that, and also some other units. But like the passive buffs for allies when they use cards or like when they're hit with cards and stuff like that, they have a lot of that now, which is cool because beforehand they used to just be like all card reload and stuff like that. Their playstyle has changed dramatically. This is really cool. So plus 20% of damage inflicted every time this character uses a Strike or Blast Arts card, which is actually a lot better than the Zenkai Trunks is, the blue ones, because his is dependent on the card type. So they get blast damage if you use a blast card, etc. Okay, the following effects occur when this character is switched out, though. Randomly draws one new card when you have 3 or fewer left. He stole that from the Namek Saga Goku. Not Namek Saga, excuse me, Saiyan Saga Goku. And he also gives ki gain. So, wait, what? This dude's actually nuts. He might as well have been a support type unit. This dude's a nuts support unit. Why is he rage type? I guess we can actually min-max the blast attack stat. That's actually really good. He's actually a nuts support unit. Applies the following effects itself from the battle start for 50 counts, plus 50% to damage inflicted, minus 5 to all arts costs. And the following effects occur when this character is defeated, plus 35% of damage inflicted by allies. Cannot be canceled. Yes, thank you. I was talking about last man units that want to be the last dude there, right? Requisitely, the units that are strong when defeated, their buffs come off too, like Yellow Future Gohan, for example. This needed to be non-cancelable. Thank you. Restores allied Vegeta Family or future health by 20%. Okay, so I think that's pretty telling on what the Z ability is probably going to be. I don't mind that so much. Like, I don't mind it that much. Like, if he actually buffs Vegeta Family, I don't mind that. Reduces enemies Dragon Ball by 3 is nuts, by the way. That's crazy. Oh my god, we can run this dude with Krillin and just completely stop the enemy from freaking getting Dragon Balls at all. And run it like with Ginyu or something like that as a red unit. Oh my goodness. Blue card, plus 20% of special move damage inflicted by allies or your buddy upon activation. Okay, this is going to be the new co-op king. Plus 20% of damage inflicted for 20 counts and randomly destroys 2 enemy cards with your green card. That's actually really good utility. Okay, Vegeta family blast attack. I assume it's blast second defense. Or is it another? Okay, it's future. It is blast second defense. Okay. Oh, he's actually a blast unit. I didn't even catch that. I mean, I caught it, but I didn't. And the implications. Vegeta family, most of the time now, wants to be more of a melee / mixed attacker team. Interesting. Most of the time now. They've kind of switched up their playstyle a lot. You know the funny thing about this dude? Is I think he's probably a better purple than Trunks now, because he also does one of the main things Trunks does, which is a support ability. This dude, I think he's actually a lot better than Trunks. His utility is insane. Trunks is probably a better offensive unit, especially with the card reload. But, like, actually thinking about this Vegeta, he actually, oh my goodness. And, okay, that's pretty telling for Goku. Goku's probably going to be the same way. I do not mind this, right? I don't mind this split. His main team is going to want to be Vegeta family, not future, okay? Do not look at him as a unit to compete with Zamasu. Look at him as a good secondary option, I guess, if you don't have Zamasu, right? But do not look at him as a... Oh, yeah, I just spoiled it. Don't look at him as a unit to compete with Zamasu, and same goes for Goku. Do not look at him as a unit to compete with Rose, unless he actually winds up being better than Rose. Okay, so let's go and take a look at Goku here, who is a melee-type fighter. Main ability, inflicts... Oh, draws a green card next. Inflicts all enemies with after downgrade minus 80% to health restoration for 50 counts. Ugh, that's long. That's very long. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 2 to arts card draw speed level for 15 counts. That's not bad either. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 50% to damage received for 20 counts. Dude, that's not bad either. What does the green card do? That's a really good main ability for disruption, bro. All the debuffs, hello? 50% debuff? Okay. Plus 30% of strike damage inflicted per enemy battle member when this character enters the battlefield. Interesting. Effects reset when switched. Okay. That's a 90% buff at the start of the battle. Oh, this guy's looking really good. He's looking really good, man. Okay. Applies the following effects itself per defeated battle member. Plus 30% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20. Oh my god, if he's your last man standing, if you're in a 3v1 scenario, hold on. If you're in a 3v1 scenario, he'll get 90% strike damage upon switch in, which it won't go out because you won't be able to switch out. So 90% strike damage on switch in, 60% general damage, and then 40% cut. This dude. And don't let Vegeta have been KO'd and the Goku being the guy that's still standing. Oh, I actually am really impressed with this. I'm not mad at all that he's red now. I don't care. Obviously, he's still going to be fodder to Vegito Blue because all red units will be, but like, dude, I don't think you can grade every single unit that releases based off of one unit. I mean, I know he rules the game, but like, there's got to be room for other units, even if they are not, you know, going to be particularly great versus him. This is a really good start. The Goku looks really good. The following effects occur when the enemy switches characters while this character's on the battlefield. Reduces next damage sustained by 20%, can't be stacked. Applies until the enemy's combo is finished, and reduces the enemy's ki. That's not bad. So if you're caught and they're actually getting priority versus you, he gets cut if they switch, and also knocks their ki down. Interesting. Randomly destroys one enemy's card when changing cover. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover is performed against a strike arts attack. And you can only combo into a blue card. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has nullify, unfavorable, or anything like non-cancelable, you know, stuff at all, really. He doesn't really have much non-cancelable at all. Everything's actually cancelable. That's not great, for the most part. Okay, let's take a look down. Blast card restores own ki by 10 upon activation. Did Vegeta have an effect like that? I didn't double check that. He did not. Okay. Blue card is actually teachable. Restores Vanish Gauge by 40. Oh, upon activation. This actually might be a really good one for Shallot. This would probably be a really good one for Shallot. This is also really good for a last man unit. But again, I talked about last man units and the fact their buffs are cancelable, man. That's not good. The Goku looks really good, but that's not good. Restores own ki by 50 with the green card. Changes blast cards into strike cards. That's really good. Plus 50% to next strike or special move damage inflicted. Hello, Yellow Broly EX. He stole that from you, except the blast version. Increases arts card by 1 level. Cannot be stacked. Okay. So he gets the basically non-stop. It doesn't have a timer restriction on it, the card draw speed. Okay. And strike, attack, and defense. Yeah, strike, attack, and defense for Future and Sun Family, just like Rose. But Sun Family actually really wanted this. This dude's now their best red fighter by a mile. By a mile. So this is where, like, I said, okay, I get that Vegeta Blue is in every match, but, like, he is their best red fighter by a metric ton. It's not even close, right? He's really good. But again, like I said, I do have my criticisms. Like, that stuff being cancelable is just not good, bro. But the debuffs he's going to inflict, all this stuff is crazy. This is a lot. And his green card's incredibly good, too. How much does it cost? 15? 35 key net? Okay. All right, I need to see him in action, but I'm pretty impressed. I will say that Vegeta, though, for me, Vegeta looks like the one that's going to have the easiest time fitting in the game. Not even because colors or anything like that, but just his kit. His kit's really impressive. Vegeta's very good. So we'll see what happens with this. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed, I'll see all of you in the next one. Peace.